Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, everybody. I believe we're about to get started. Great matchup today. Two pretty solid players, man. Gonna be casting this for everybody. Ready for the action.
Team deathmatch. Eradicate all threats.
Here we go, boys. Started off forward, he's already taken the first kill of the match, and the second one as well. He's now retreating back to the back left of the map. Some shots go off from F-18, I believe. She's coming in on the other side. Does Lauren know she's there? Some shots going off. None connecting. Runs in through. Oh, gets the kill on Lauren right there. F-18 now moving to the right a little bit, checking her corners before making her way to the middle of the map. have not seen Lore since she spawned. There she is, making some jumps. F-18 right around the corner. Does she know? Oh, not looking good for F-18, and Lore does get the kill there. Great patience there. F-18 now spawning in. Lore pushing there, trying to get some shots. Does connect a couple. F-18 getting back into cover. Lore also retreating into cover. Let's see how this plays out. Some patiently waiting here, seeing who makes the first mistake. F-18 watching that lane. She does see Lore. She crosses. Lore now jumping back across, keeping her guessing. Or did Lore see her? We do not know. She did check that middle part. Now some jumps being made. Lore's following in. Does get the headshot on F-18. This must have been a great shot right there. Two opponents spawn on opposite sides of the map. Lore making her way to the middle. F-18 running down that line. Footsteps are heard. Lore's waiting and does get the kill. Great positioning, paid off. Scores now 5-1. Lore BR. Oh, F-18 is there. So is Lore. She's waiting for her. Some shots go off. Unconnecting. She does switch over to the other side. Waiting for her to peek her head out as a two-play peekaboo. Oh, crouching like she's got the knees of a world star athlete. Even at my age, I wouldn't get through that. Some shots are going off. Lore is down to probably 1 health. I wouldn't doubt that that's 1 health. Does play it patiently though. 18 not pushing. Lore not being too aggressive, running back as she lets her health recharge. She's almost back at 100. Too much action going on right now. The both are kind of taking their time, making sure they don't get too aggressive with it. 15 waiting in a crate, watching this right side of the map. Lore taking a casual stroll, waiting to see where F-18 might be. Now also taking up a spot behind the Jeep as F-18 sneaks her way out on the left side. The two are on opposite sides of the map. Neither are aware of each other's locations. F-18 taking some time to play tic-tac-toe with the rebar there. Go off. Ooh, F-18 does get the kill on Lore. Did not see her coming in there. Was trying to figure out. One is F-18. Trying to see which button there. Lore right there. And she does get the kill. About half of her health left to spare. She's now making her way along the left side of the map. She does see F-18. F-18 doesn't see her in time. And she does get the kill. The score is now 7-2. Lore BR. She's grabbing some ammo. Stocking up for the next attack or apocalypse. Don't know at this point, honestly. I would be stocking up for the apocalypse before the next enemy, but F-18 is now taking refuge behind this crate. Can you call it a crate? Is this what crates look like in World War II? They weren't metal yet, just wood going across the Atlantic. Wood. I guess that's what happened. Lore's now making her way over to F-18. I believe she's seen her, or she's still checking. F-18 pops out. Oh, and a wonderful trade right there from the two. Two have spawned on opposite sides. Lore going straight in for the kill. F-18 taking a middle path and avoiding that charge. Oh, she does come from behind, but Lore's waiting for her right there, and she does get the kill. Lore now making her way to the middle of the map. F-18 over there behind the barrels, hoping to get... in a bad spot. Lore made her pay for it. Real quick like. Lore's now running to the left side of the map. F-18 is now moved away to the left. Lore's also waiting. She doesn't see her. I believe she was. She's now retreated between the two crates. Lore now moving to the left side once again. Checking her angles, checking the lanes. mistake. Will she make it? Let's now move to the opposite side of the map, running back and forth, checking the lanes. F-18 waiting patiently, worried to 50 Cent. That was a sneaky spot. Between those two crates, didn't know you could look through that. Now do see that Laura is making her way to the other side. She's in the process of elimination. Has figured out that F-18 has to be on this side here. F-18 making her way all the way around. Does not know that Laura possibly coming up behind her. We do see a tag. F-18, oh, in a bad spot. Laura puts her down with the headshot. Score is now 11-3, Laura BR. Each match, guys, is a 2 out of 3. Score is to 20 unless there is a trade at the 20th kill for both and they are tied, in which case it will go to 25. If the same thing happens, they go to 30 until it does not result in a tie. We're now wrapping around the back side of the map. That crane moves? Sorry, not what I'm here for. You see that F-18 is taking refuge inside of one of the wooden crates. That was definitely not a good idea back then. I don't know how wood is supposed to go across the sea and not. Yeah. I don't want to get into it. I'm already getting heated. You know, the whole logistics just doesn't make sense. And I'm a logistic. Laura now wrapping through the blue crate. F-18 also in a blue crate. I believe Laura sees F-18. Laura's got the power. Oh, I was like, how does she not? She does get the kill right there. Score is now 12-3. I believe they would check in with each other. Shots going across from F-18 spawn. None connecting. Moving on the right side. She does have the advantage and she does make it work. Getting the headshot on Laura BR. Score is now 12-4. Ooh, Laura with the beautiful jump shot headshot. Laura's taking some shots. She does know F-18's over there. She's now in middle. Oops, some shots do go off. Laura's about 3/4 health, as is F-18. Oh. And she puts F-18 down with a headshot once again. She does see her. Good call. You know, don't want to even get close to a spawn kill. It's a good call. Good sportsmanship. F-18 now right on the side. But Laura was waiting right there for her. Score is now 15-4. Laura beat. Shots going off again, and a trade does happen. Laura with the headshot. Honestly, I can't say that I've seen Laura shoot a body. I believe it's all been heads. So great work. That's some awesome stuff right there. F-18 and Laura now aware of each other's positions, trying to move around the sides. Laura was using that cover very well. Does get the kill once again. Laura now trying to catch her off guard, but F-18 right there with it. Beautiful headshot from her. Now moving around, rotating, but Laura does unfortunately catch her just a little bit out of cover. She's now spawning right there. Laura's going immediately for the push. You see F-18 right here, and F-18 gets an awesome hip fire right there. F-18 now moving on the other side. Some shots going off. Laura with another headshot. Scores now 19-7. Game point coming up. Joining F-18 power. Now back to Laura. She watches her corners, checks the lanes. Everything you need to do to stay vigilant. F-18 is now waiting around the corner at a crate. Laura bouncing back and forth. It's come down to this for the first round. How will this play out? Oh, she's been seen, and they do get a trade, but unfortunately, Laura gets the game point. That would be it for that match. Laura BR taking the first round, 20-8. They're still going, but it doesn't matter, players. Great work from both of them this first round.
Yeah.
Now starting off the next round. Didn't get the message that they were ready, and I was trying to get everything else fixed up. I do apologize, guys. Score is now 3-3. Good tight game right here. Let's see how this one plays out. I believe they are waiting. Let's see where each players are at. One's in the opposite corner, one's on top. Let's see how this plays out. Is now running back and forth. F-18 behind one of the embankments. Or running back and forth trying to get eyes. I'm not sure that either of them know where they might be. Music is too loud. Okay, I do apologize. I turned it down a little bit. Or is it still playing? I hope not. Shots going off. F-18 getting the headshot on Lore from that back corner. Following in with Lore BR right now. Score is 4-3 F-18. Wait and see where her enemy might be. F-18 is crouched right underneath the superstructure. Hopefully I'm a bit louder now, guys. Let me know in the chat. Is now taking the superstructure up on top. F-18 right below, just putting her head in that ammo. Sound isn't playing. Shots going off between the two. F-18 is in cover though. Not connecting between them. Some pushes are being made. Shots going off. F-18 getting the headshot on Lord BR. Score is now 5-3 F-18. I am too low. Oh Lord, man. I do apologize, man. I guess this game is much louder than I remember. I hadn't changed any settings from the last time I casted, but I do apologize. Hopefully this is much better. We do see the two seeing each other right there on the superstructure and getting a trade off right there. Two are now spawning. Lore moving to the middle. F-18 pushing left side. up by the crate. Gun up, not a care in the world, just waiting like a patient killer. Laura on top of the superstructure, moving back and forth, just trying to see where they might be. Ooh, and that, one of those instances where you see blood and know that somebody got hit, but no health is lost. F-18 still back in that corner, waiting for Laura. Some shots going off again, none connecting. F-18, good deal, yeah. Appreciate y'all for being kind and understanding. Definitely not a professional caster. There's a lot of great guys out there who do a wonderful job, man. Add props to them. Right, got Lore BR making her way down to the ground floor, into the middle, now pushing left. F-18, I believe, is also on that side. Looks like they might be on opposite sides now. Yep, Lore's on that left side, checking that lane. F-18 back here playing waiting game, does see some shots, none of them connecting, unfortunately. F-18 now precariously moving up. Lore has, there we do see Lore, the two see each other, and Lore getting another beautiful headshot, tying up the game at a 6-6. Joining back up with F-18, she waits around this cover here. She does know Lore's up there and does see some opportunities, none paying off, unfortunately. Lore now wrapping around the left side. Okay, playing the peekaboo game here. Now watching that lane. F-18 still holding strong behind this cover over here. Peeking out a little bit, trying to look for a name tag or a body somewhere. Not finding one. Laura's now positioned herself on the left side of the map. F-18 does see her. Some shots do go off. Right there, Laura does get punished a little bit, sitting about half health, and now does retreat to regenerate. F-18 doesn't want to allow it. She is pushing up. To know each other right there. Laura taking some shots. F-18 still waiting for her opportunity. Lord, do we know if Laura sees her? It's one of those almost comical situations where they're right next to each other but don't realize it. Laura now moving into the middle. F-18 does hear Laura being patient and cautious with it, and it does. Oh, and Laura beautifully played with the patience and use of cover in different angles. Laura now getting some ammo from the middle as F-18 makes her way to the left side of the map. Laura wanting to get up on top of the superstructure, not sure what might be up there, just clearing it slowly. She does now take that advantageous position. Moving around the backside is F-18. F-18 is still with us here. Some shots going off, none connecting, but they are now aware of each other. Or peeking back and forth behind cover, some shots again going off. F-18 does come out to the left, trying to surprise Laura a little bit. Not able to connect, and he now moving on to the right side as well. You see, it's a very slow match, but rightfully so. You get into rushing, and I mean, it doesn't ever work out for you. All right, the two have now repositioned to the right side of the map. Laura seems to be on the left side. Now F-18 in the middle, pushing this right lane. Laura pops out at the right time and gets a headshot real quick. Score is now 8-6, Laura BR. Laura now makes her way back up top to the superstructure. F-18 on the left side by the crates. Do they know that each other are there? F-18 won't have any angles from there. But Laura was looking like she knew where she was, so perhaps some footsteps were heard, something to give away that position, but the two are now playing off of that last known location. Laura is at least. Laura is now retreated and is pushing the very far left, trying to get some surprise angles on F-18. Checking slowly. Lore, let's see if Lore decides to push it. She does want to peek at F-18, I believe. Knows she might be over there somewhere and does get into better cover to protect from that angle. On opposite sides of the map here. Might see each other right here. F-18 peeking out every once in a while just to get some recon on the area. Lore moving up on the right side. F-18, so Lore knows where she's at. F-18 knows where she's at. Some shots going off. F-18 taking a couple down to about 3/4 health. I believe moving along. Backside, checking her health real quick. Oh, I do apologize, guys. Not that that makes a difference with the tab. The scoreboard up there. Waiting for the shots. Some go off, and Lore does get the kill. About 3/4 health left to spare. F-18 moving up the left side of the map. Probably trying to get a rush in there, take Lore off guard, but Lore has taken the position at the top. They do see each other. Some shots going off. I'm surprised that got hit. And shots going in again, and F-18 does win that engagement with about maybe 10% health left to spare. The score is now 9-7. Oh, and F-18 gets a pretty lucky position right there and gets the kill right there as well. Lore now moving there and does finish her off with the headshot and taking that superstructure position. F-18 spawning on the left side again. You know, there's really no way to distinguish both sides of the map. Pretty identical shots going off. F-18 getting the kill, bringing it to a 9-10 score. Peeking that corner, but Lore's there waiting for her and does get the kill. Not a headshot this time, but still a good kill nonetheless. Jumping across, getting some shots, connecting a couple as F-18 moves in. Oh, never mind, I did lie there. Some shots going off again, checking guns, checking ammo from F-18. Put some shots down. She regenerates to full health and getting a headshot on Lore BR. Lore now spawning middle map. F-18 left side. Oh, and a beautiful headshot from Lore BR. Checking her health. She's got about maybe 25%. Putting some more shots in there. F-18 trying to get to cover before she loses all of her health. Down to about 3/4. Do see the two trying to peek each other again, playing that game. But who will win that game? F-18 trying to get some better opportunities here. Lore also as well. F-18 gets a headshot. Lore BR moving middle of the map up to the superstructure. F-18 does see her. Some shots going off. Lore about 3/4 health. F-18 as well. She does need some ammo. She does retreat to do that. Oh, Lore PR jumping down to finish off the kill, not even wanting to wait or play the peak game there. Went straight for it and paid off. F-18 now playing cautiously around the right side here. Lore back on the superstructure. Trying to figure out where F-18 is. F-18 does peek out and she is aware of Lore's position. She moves back slowly, trying to see what other angles F-18 might be trying to get. F-18 still waiting on that corner. Does not want to miss the shot. Checking the right side, now moving middle. F-18 being a little bit more adventurous. Does see Lore again. Some shots go off. Not able to connect. The two do see each other. Looks like we're engaged back in a peeking battle, but F-18 just pre-fires the hell out of the corner. Does get the kill. Score is now 13-12. Lore BR. She moves back up to that superstructure. F-18's position is unknown at this time. For real, actually really unknown. Okay, she is waiting underneath. She does hear the footsteps. It's like almost like something out of a horror movie. Just dun 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 dun. It's like you want to go up there and say, "Is anybody there?" But when that person has a CZ-805, that's probably the last thing you want to do. F-18 slowly creeping out. Lore now joining on the ground level. The two do see each other. F-18's not in a good position, and Lore makes her pay for it. Another kill. F-18 spawning left side of the map as she moves in. Down the alley. Now underneath Lore. Lore's aware of it, and she does retreat off the superstructure to try and get some angles on F-18. I'm not sure if she knows exactly where F-18 is. She's now made her way out of the middle and around this corner. Lore also right here with her. Ooh. I mean, the dedication to the weight is immense. Sometimes you have to be. Patience is a virtue, and it's also a very good tactic in first-person shooters. Oh, she does here go back up top, trying to get some shots on her. Lore, I don't think was aware of where she got shot from. Now she is. She runs back around the back as F-18 tries to get more angles on her. Lore now positioned up on that superstructure, peeking right side. F-18 now taking some cover. Hi, piano lovers. Yes. Actually, that was the first VR game I played. It was my introduction to VR back in March of last year. Yeah, that was a great game. Ooh, F-18 getting a beautiful headshot on Lore BR from that back corner. Grabbing some ammo in the middle, because you never know when you're just going to need an extra clip, and do know the feeling. Lore BR on this backside. F-18 is now on his right side. Oh, and a beautiful double headshot trade right there. Joining back in the Lore BR. The score is 15-14 Lore. Some shots are being traded. Lore about half health. F-18 three-quarters health, and both have recharged. Right about the full. F-18 rushing in. Another trade goes off. Joining now with F-18. She moves around the left side of the map. She does see Lore as she moves into the superstructure, trying to get some shots off. Weren't able to connect any. She waits now. Lore is up on top, playing it patiently, playing it carefully, just as you need to. Yep, that superstructure is a very great spot. It's very advantageous. You could use it to just absolutely dominate someone if you kind of are able to play that area well. Lore doing just that, getting a great shot on F-18. Scores now 17-15. Shots going off. F-18 does see her trying to get some ammo. Does she move in for it though? F-18 looking to get some shots. Oh, but Lore comes around the corner ready to go, getting that kill, securing that for herself. F-18 now moving in the back left of the map. Lore taking that superstructure position once again. Does see her. Not able to get any shots there. F-18, I believe, connects a couple. More shots going off as she waits. Yeah, a little bit. Gamer for life, I do, yeah. How you doing, man? It's good to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Lore still playing, waiting for her. I think giving some call-outs to her imaginary partner there. Telling her she's over there. F-18. Oh, F-18 gets a beautiful headshot on Lore. Score's now 18-16, guys. Is about to come down to the wire. Lore moving into the middle, taking that superstructure position. As I take the position under the map. F-18 waiting there, almost like she's in a football huddle. Said hut. Not able to see or get any shots there. As Lore repositions. She looks like she's going to want to join her on the ground level. Moving about on that right side, checking her sides to see if F-18 had moved in. Running back over there. Where will Lore pop out? It's almost like a prairie dog. We do see Lore back on that left side, far back, checking that lane. She's going to make Lore come to her, and that's usually the move to do. You know, most mistakes are made during the offensive. I believe we did see Lore on that right side. Great, looking to get that last angle. F-18 watching it very intently. Shots go off, none connecting. As Lore slowly tries to get another angle from that side. She does hear the footsteps. Lore waiting for her to peek that corner. F-18 doing the same. Let's see. Oh, what? That was a very weird angle. We're still waiting patiently for F-18 to make that mistake. Hope the two do see each other. F-18 got some shots, not able to get any there. Laura the same as well. Now watching the corner back again. Peeking out. F-18 is making her way to the middle to grab some ammo. Doesn't look good. Oh, but Laura does not know what she was doing there, retreating back into a better position. F-18 right there. Laura around the corner. She's running back for ammo. Turning around. F-18, oh, but Laura gets a kill. Score is 19-16. Game point right here for Laura BR. F-18 sees her, catches her out in the open, and gets a kill. Now grabbing some ammo, getting ready for that next encounter. Laura taking the superstructure up on those stairs, just trying to use that as cover. Her hand is shaking. We can see it. Palms are sweaty, knees possibly weak. Mom's or father's spaghetti at this point, we don't know, have not confirmed. Laura back on top of the superstructure, checking both sides. F-18 right below her, just listening. Like I said, right out of a horror movie, just hearing footsteps above you. Laura still up there, doesn't want to be too aggressive unless she has to, and looks like she's made that decision that she has to do it for the final kill. Jumping in, F-18 is going to be on that opposite side. Laura moving in over here. The two do see each other. F-18 getting a couple good shots in, taking her down to about a quarter health. Laura now retreating, let her health recharge. F-18 back on this other side now of the crates, waiting to see where Laura might come out from next. Laura's now in the middle. F-18 does know that, putting some shots there. More pre-fire happening. Laura is not going to make that push, which is a smart move. She does see her with that beautiful sideline right there and gets a headshot. Score is now 19-18. This is coming down more to the wire than we've seen before. Getting the kill as Laura's in a bad spot. Score is 19-19. Next kill will decide the victor of this match unless it's a trade. F-18 becoming a little bit more courageous at this point. She wants that kill. She's not going to wait for it either. Laura on top of the superstructure. Is she on the side of F-18? No, she looks like she's going to be on that opposite side. Now coming to F-18's side. Two shots going off. F-18 pre-firing, not wanting to let go of that. Laura barely escaping with a quarter health left. Laura now retreats to the opposite side of the superstructure as F-18 slowly creeps her way out of the crate. Keeping the sound of the footsteps down is definitely very crucial here, and hard to balance. Laura BR being safe, being careful, checking all the angles without exposing herself too much. F-18 is waiting patiently on this crate. Laura's now becoming a little bit more aggressive, I believe. She knows that she's there. F-18 has now reconsidered her last decision to be aggressive and is now playing more cautiously here. I do believe F-18 is going to be basically 12 o'clock straight in front of her behind that crate. Laura now getting back on the superstructure. F-18 waiting for a mistake here. Laura BR peeking out just a little bit, but just enough. F-18 also peeking, trying to see where Laura might be. I believe she knows that she's up there. Laura's now back on the backside of the superstructure, pushing in left side as F-18 waits, watching that sight line. Laura's now made her way into the, it's about midway up, more or less. Man, this is coming down to the brink, I believe. Oh, they are on opposite sides now. Laura BR moving in. This could go either way, ladies and gentlemen. Arms weak, cheeks are sweaty. My cheeks are sweaty. Okay. Okay. Alright, taking me away from the action here. At least the very tactical action. Oh, F-18 getting the headshot. I wasn't there to see it. Laughing at the line, cheeks are sweaty. But F-18 does take the second round. barely with a 1-point lead and does secure that win for herself. What a great match right there, guys. We'll be catching game 3 here in just a moment. Well, let's see here. They're talking it out, shooting it out right now. It's about to end the game. Actually, honestly, something's going on. We do see quite a bit of ASL. I do speak ASL myself. She said your cheeks were all up on my chest, and she said honestly I didn't mean to. I went left, your cheeks were also left. What was I supposed to do is what I believe is being said, and there's the end of the game right there. Wow, what a round 2 we just saw. F-18 taking the win and securing herself in the third round against Wonkru. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, no time is being wasted today in this lobby. Next round has already gotten started. This Lore BR has already taken the first kill, the first blood. Some shots going off Lore, getting a good angle on F-18 and gets a headshot. Now peeking middle, entering the house. The Lore is upstairs. They do go after each other. Lore does get the kill. Half health left. Spawns have now been flipped. Lore is now running downstairs, grabbing some ammo. Up by 3 F-18s in the opposite house, checking all the angles. Lore BR catches her in the open, more or less getting a headshot on her. F-18 moving around the right side of the map. Lore BR in that window, and she does see her. Putting some shots down range, connecting a couple. F-18 about 3/4 health. Lore is now waiting for her to make that mistake, peeking out once again. Ooh, Lore, another beautiful headshot there. Up on a 5-point lead. F-18 moves into the house. Lore is now joined her on the ground floor. Up in the middle by that red truck, white trailer. Laura's waiting for F-18 to peek out. F-18 is taking position inside of the upstairs house. Some shots go off, none connect. She does peek out a little bit. More shots, none connecting still. More shots again, taking Laura down about half health. Laura's checking her health, making sure she's not bleeding out. And F-18 has now joined her on the ground floor. I don't know if she saw Laura there. She's coming back in the middle, peeking that trailer. F-18 waiting patiently. What type of sight does she use? Are they using the same sight? I believe they might be using the same weapon sight, everybody. I honestly just want to get that out. That's huge news. Oh my goodness. Laura BR now back at the Jeep. Head glitching, waiting to see if she can see F-18. F-18 not aware of her position, we believe. She slowly peeks out. Two are waiting. Trying to see what they can do with it right now. Laura getting all the jitters out. It's a third round. Still have the jitters. I know the feeling though. They never really do go away. F-18 retreating further back, keeping her footsteps to a minimum. Or footstep sounds to a minimum, rather. F-18's now made her way across that house. Laura BR deciding to reposition as well. Checking the sides. F-18 there. Oh, the pre-fire does its work. Getting a beautiful headshot on Laura BR. F-18 now retreating to the house to get some ammo as Laura makes her way upstairs of the opposite house. Shots going out. Laura taking a couple of them, about 3/4 health. F-18 also impatient. More shots going off. Laura about down to half health. F-18 about 4/5. That's right, I'm going to start using random ass fractions. And F-18 does get the kill on Laura, taking her down to 0 out of 0 health. And herself surviving with about half. Or 8/16. Laura BR has now taken the upstairs position again. She does want that revenge. Wasn't happy with the last one. F-18 in the garage. Not even a car to work on. The car's outside. What are you doing? Get on the car. Working. Aren't you gonna change my oil, for the love of God? Oh my goodness. Oh, I believe the two did see each other right there. F-18 taking some shots. Laura being a little bit more cautious. Putting her hand out there, trying to bait some shots, as we see. Possibly saying, go away, or putting some more shots down range. F-18 was in cover though for that. Putting her hand out again, trying to see if she's there. You know, honestly, she could be giving her the middle finger. She could be making shadow puppets at F-18, where it's very hard to tell, especially with no hand tracking. But I'd imagine if what she was doing was making a dog with her hand, that's usually what I would do. Still up in that window. F-18 has now made it, I believe, across the map and is on her side, waiting in that corner. This is a good spot for her. Let's see if she can make it work, though. Laura now jumping down ground level, coming to the side that F-18 was just at. F-18 does hear those footsteps. Laura, oh my goodness gracious. Let's see this shit. An intense match, battle of the wits, we like to call it. What's gonna happen next here? F-18's getting impatient. Laura's right there. Ooh, F-18 does get the kill. I bet Laura is very confused because I would not have expected F-18 to be there. Laura now moving up the right side of the map, outside a garage, checking that upstairs window. F-18 has now gone up to that window. Let's see how it plays out. I believe Laura's probably already repositioned by this time. Hard to say, not seeing Laura. She poking out into the open, putting some shots down there. Laura takes a couple of shots herself. F-18 now dipping out of that location, moving along the right side of the map. Laura herself wrapping around the back left of the house. in. Oh, F-18 does see her, takes down about half health. Lower BR moving in. F-18 still waiting there. Does see the footsteps, knows she's going around that right side. She does play it very safe here. Can't be too aggressive. Checking each side once again. F-18 is now back in the house. Possibly about to check this corner where Lore is patrolling. Lore does not see her. I believe she does know where she's at now, behind the car. Trying to get some shots, trying to get some angles, but F-18 is playing it safe. Moving on the right side. Did Lore see her there? They do see each other. Shots going out. F-18 moving back into the house, going upstairs on Lore. Lore is now pushed up and has now saved herself. Oh, well, that white trailer would have done the same as well. Now Lore has taken the infamous fence spot. Waiting to see. It seems to be as though F-18 is waiting in the upstairs window. Lore still downstairs, moving back and forth. F-18 does hear Lore. She says, "No, Jehovah's Witness, for the love of Christ. I'm not here for your religion." F-18 silencing the Jehovah's Witness with the CZ-805. Just kidding. I don't know Lore's religion. It's just a joke. Score is now 5-4. Lore BR. Lore is now going upstairs across the window, or in the window across from F-18. F-18 has abandoned that position. Is now on the back right of her house. Lore still checking that window, seeing where F-18 might be. Not a lot to see here. F-18 now on the back end of her house, slowly patrolling. More BR, getting some energy in her feet. On the backside, making sure F-18 isn't going for the flank. F-18 now the kitchen of her house. What is she cooking up, you might ask? Moving into the living room. It's just too hectic in there. Lore on her side of the map as well. Lore moving to the staircase. F-18 waiting at a staircase. Not sure that they're in the same house though. Lore is in her respective house. F-18 in hers. Is Lore up there? Don't believe so. Oh, that's a lot of nutsack I'm seeing. Not trying to look at that. There's too much action here to be talking about nutsack. F-18 making her way to the top of the staircase. Lore now on the outside of her house, right side, checking the window. Making sure it's been naughty or nice. But doesn't seem as though she wants to be any more aggressive than the past couple games have been. They do have to play it safe, just as a general rule. F-18 right side of her house as well by the vending machine. Let's see how the two are moving. We know more or less. Lore is going to be on that back side of her house. And this is a horrible angle. Lore is now up in her window, second story. F-18 on that back right. Lore checking the Jeep. Now checking the window. F-18 moving left side. The two might see each other here. Now right by that window. Lore was last seen in her window, but I haven't seen her since. She has moved out to the back right of the house. So F-18 waits here. Two are trying to respect each other's personal space here a little too well. It is okay to engage. I'm just kidding. You can't be too aggressive. I've said it one time. I can't say it enough. These shots are going off. Lore might see her there. Oh, F-18 saw Lore. Does take her down to about half health. She's sitting there waiting in a different spot now, not too predictable. More shots go off. Lore retreating back into cover. Both are back. Lore's back at full health. F-18 going upstairs to the window as Lore's ground level behind kitchen. Also going for that window position. Let's see if the two see each other right here. Oh, we do see F-18's tag in the other window. Both of them slowly peeking the same area. Not sure if they know each other or in the windows. We'll see right here. It does seem as though F-18 has retreated downstairs on the right side now, pushing up slowly. Lore is also retreated from the window, checking the back of her house, making sure there's no solicitors. She did put that sign up on every door. So she doesn't want to hear any excuses. Where we are now trying to grab the teapot, serve herself some tea in this very tense, stressful situation. Unfortunately, that tea is fake, and it's a bunch of baloney. We see F-18 waiting, but where the hell? All right, taking position. What a power pose right here. Just looking down the barrel. I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't. I should be looking at the action, but this is cool too, right? Anyways, back to Lore BR. She makes her way through the garage. Now moving back around the right side. Going back upstairs. F-18 has now made her way to, I believe, Lore's side. Lore should be in this window last we saw her. Lore's still up there. F-18 keeping her footstep sounds down to a minimum as she makes her way around the back. Lore's still unsure of her position, checking the window. F-18 slowly making her way in. A sneaky Jehovah's Witness. Already in your house. You don't even know it. Next thing you know, you're in the shower and somebody's asking you if you have time to talk about their Lord and Savior. Slides have been heard. Lore checking the back side of the house. We do know F-18's in the living room. Lore not checking the inside though, because who would really know that F-18's right below her. Oh, she does jump across. I believe she sees F-18. The two do see each other. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, and a trade happens right there in front of us. Score is 6-5, Lore BR. Lore moving up to the, I believe, the window of her house. F-18 pushing straight out to the bus. She does see Lore right there. They do see each other. Some shots going off. Ooh, Lore getting a beautiful headshot on F-18 with about 3/4 health left to spare. Alright, Lore making her way out by the Jeep, looking for F-18, but F-18 I believe was probably going to be inside that garage and does get the kill. The score is 7-6 Lore BR. Lore going back up to the window, checking the angles. They two do see each other. Lore getting a beautiful, I don't even know what you call that, a fadeaway? Yeah, that's a fadeaway, bro. It's beautiful stuff. Now secures another kill for herself, pushing up to the Jeep. F-18 in the kitchen of the opposite side. It says this kitchen's nicer than mine. I don't even want to look at it because it's making me mad. Or far right side of F-18's position. F-18 upstairs of her house. Lore BR, Juno waiting right there and gets a beautiful headshot on F-18 in power. Just pushing up to that house. And she did spawn there. Footsteps are heard. Lore wants to go straight in for the kill. She's done playing safe. She just wants to kill. That happened. Don't know how it happened, but it did. She's now pushing, or F-18 pushing left side of the house. Lore almost inside that house. She's getting a little bit more aggressive here. I believe she might have something to do later, and she is done waiting and playing safe. F-18 now on the right side. She does see Lore. Some shots are connected, but only for Lore. F-18 about half health as she retreats. Lore is going to go ahead and go for the ammo, and then the chase we hope to see. Grabbing some ammo as F-18 reaches her max health again outside the garage. Laura BR is now by her garage as well, checking her corners. F-18 in the window, retreating, not wanting to stay there too long. Back around the back right of the house. Laura BR, I believe, has joined her at that side. Now checking the front of the house. Two might see each other here. Laura's pushed to the front, F-18 to the back. Hard to say what will happen next. Laura's pushing. She does see F-18. F-18 did not see her in time. Laura gets another kill. F-18 going upstairs of her house, possibly checking the window. Laura has made her way already to the middle of the map. Did the two see each other? F-18, it does look like she saw her. Waiting for her to jump out. F-18 is going to jump out and go for the kill, and another trade right there for us. Laura BR going upstairs of the window. F-18 pushing middle. Two might see each other here. She doesn't know she's there. F-18 getting a couple shots out, but none connecting. Laura taking F-18 down to about half health right there. F-18 slowly recharges as she tries to pick another corner, getting a beautiful headshot on Laura. She just barely went back into cover. F-18 now pushing the house. Laura there. Two are going off to each other, or going off on each other. Looks like Laura will win that engagement. Score is now 13-18, Laura BR. F-18 moving into her house, through the kitchen, through the living room. Laura BR also on that same side. In a pretty good spot if F-18 doesn't know. Laura's pushing that left side into the house. Or I'm sorry, there's the left side. She ain't going into the house. Now sitting outside the green car, F-18 slowly creeping up the stairs. Slowly creeping around the back right of that house. Hoping to see her, but F-18 is waiting patiently at the door, watching the staircase, gun at the door. The trained killer got both angles covered by all means considered. Or still waiting underneath the carport there, now pushing left side, hoping that F-18 is going to pop out. F-18, I believe, does hear the footsteps. Let's see if Laura does make that. Oh, Laura does push in. Doesn't see F-18. About down to, man, that's probably 1/10 health left. Laura recharging as she comes back in, pre-firing. But F-18 was waiting for her right there and does get the kill. Laura BR now making her way. I believe going up the stairs. Probably going to check that window. F-18 we last saw was up there. But is now pushed downstairs. Still up in the window. F-18 is still downstairs now, taking that position again, hoping it'll pay off. Not seeing a lot there. Checking her wrist, looking at the flick of the wrist. We are seeing quite a bit of flicking of the wrist. Giving some stretches, praising God at the same time. Why not do both, you know? Checking to make sure her hands are still there. I do the same sometimes. Just feels like they disappear. But they're there. F-18 not concerned at all with her well-being, as we see. No stretching has been performed. No praising God. She might pay for it. Laura might come out because of the stretching and take the win. But who knows? Laura's still in that window. F-18 pushing through the house, looking down middle, not seeing much. Now Laura is playing the waiting game upstairs on her side. Laura now jumps down to ground level, the right side of the map, checking by the bus. F-18 we do know is on the opposite corner, behind that fence. She is moving out slowly, now retreating back to her house. Laura's back at her side as well. Trying to find the two. It seems as though they found each other before I found them. Oh, that is F-18 taking some shots through the bus, connecting one or two of them onto Laura. As F-18 runs back into the house, going upstairs for that window position. Laura's going to be front door of her house. F-18 peeks out. Laura's still front door, wanting to go upstairs to see if she can get some angles on her. Last we saw, F-18 was up there as well, but F-18 is also repositioned downstairs. It's like a never-ending game of the merry-go-round, just back and forth, repositioning, rotation. You like to see it though, you know. Stagnant gameplay will get you killed. F-18 back to that fence, but not too confident in the position. She retreats back to her house. Laura is now upstairs. F-18 we know was last there. F-18 is now in the garage, peeking out, trying to see where Laura might be. Laura is leaving that upstairs window and moving back side of the house just to make sure that F-18 hasn't come from behind. F-18 now sitting right outside garage, waiting for that right approach from Laura. Yeah, but Laura's... Laura did not peek it. That's where F-18 was aimed in and trained for the kill, but Laura has decided to go a different route. Moving on the left side, F-18 still in the garage. Oh, she does see Laura getting a couple shots, enough to take her down to about 7/8 health. Random fractions. She's now going upstairs as F-18 also goes upstairs. The two do see each other, some shots going out, none connecting yet. Will the two continue to peek it though? Yeah, Laura, they are very intent. One of them getting a kill here. Some shots going off pre-fire. Some hands going out, trying to bait a shot. She's telling her friend, no, go this way. Laura is still up in that window. It seems as though F-18 has retreated and repositioned back downstairs into the garage. Laura is still upstairs waiting to see if F-18 is going to peek out. As F-18 waits now for that next angle. It's quite alright, Dr. Phil. After you showed up 2 matches late, I figured you couldn't do anything right. Nah, just playing with you, brother. It's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Joining back in with Laura BR, she moves back right of her house. F-18 is now taking a different position, front door, just waiting for somebody to come and solicit their services. So she can remind him with the CZ-805 why she has the sign, no solicitation. Now crouched under the bus, Laura wouldn't be able to see her there. She's still slowly peeking that. Oh, F-18 does see Laura retreat. Doesn't take any shots, which is smart. She doesn't alert her to her position. Laura is now on the opposite side of the house as F-18 waits to see which side she's going to come out of. Checking up over the fence. We know the two are right there with each other. When Laura comes out, F-18 is trained on that corner. Laura is still unaware of her last position. Laura is playing it very safely. She doesn't want to come out of that area, which is good. There are quite a bit of angles you expose yourself once you get out of this area right here. She's now going to go ahead and retreat and looks to be moved to the opposite side of the map, or the house rather. F-18 still waiting there for her. We have the two right here just waiting to see who makes the first mistake. I've seen some shots. I do apologize. I was a little busy at the second for the time. Laura's moved upstairs. F-18 did see her, taking some shots. Lord still wasn't aware of her position, doesn't know that she's down in that right corner. And she's gonna peek, shots going back out. She's still not sure of where she is right now. Lord, oh my goodness, that was a beautiful headshot from F-18 Power. Took the shot just at the right time. She's now gonna go ahead and go back to her house as Lord jumps to her side. She doesn't see F-18 up in that area, crouching down, taking a couple of shots, rushing around the corner, but F-18 does get the kill. Score is now 13-11, Lore VR. Lore coming from her spawn, moving right side of the house, right outside garage. She does know that she took some flak right there. Not sure from where though. I believe F-18's moved into the middle, taking some shots, none connecting. F-18 is now retreating back to garage around the back right of the house as Lore has made it back over by the Jeep. The two do see each other, we believe. Oh, no, it doesn't seem as though Lore saw F-18. Shots going off, but not able to connect there. She's going to try and peek that one more time as Lore jumps out. She is in the open, but Lore getting a beautiful headshot right there on F-18 as she peeked her way out. F-18 now pushing up, getting out of her spawn, going upstairs. Lore is also in her upstairs location, not peeking, just waiting to see where F-18 might be. F-18 sitting in the stairwell, not being too aggressive here. Lore, I believe, is now moved out to the back right of her house, ground level. F-18 is positioning herself between two cabinets, just deciding to see what she has to read, but looking at the cabinets, it's not a whole lot. I mean, you got some books over here, but those look like more like encyclopedias or law books. I mean, for God's sakes, you gotta have some kids' books in there. Just kidding, we do see Laura back up in her window position. F-18 still waiting upstairs on her side, not being too aggressive. Laura running back down, up the left side. F-18 is now back in her window. She has moved outside of that room. We do know Laura is going to be on that right side of the house. We do see her jumping up, trying to see some angles, possibly checking that window. F-18 does hear her car going off. Doesn't decide that it's worth killing the alarm until now. Laura BR still on that left side, now retreating back around the house. F-18 moving back to her staircase position. VR does come to the window. F-18 moving downstairs and is now in the corner. VR is trained on that right corner, the outside of the trailer, now checking the left side of the map, jumping up to see if F-18 is tucked away once again. F-18 now is in the open on the right side of the map. I think she did see Lore BR. Lore slowly peeking, doesn't give a full check on the area, now running out the backside. F-18 is now left side of the house behind the fence, waiting to see where Lore might pop out. Lore is now on her left side of her respective house, now moving around the backside again to the right. F-18 is now, does see her, putting some shots down there. Lore does know where she's at, also returning some fire, none connecting. F-18 is now on the left side as Lore takes the window position to see where F-18 might be. Checking it, F-18 has moved into the garage as we see. Lore still checking the right side. F-18 slowly creeping across and back the other way. Lore now retreating from the window position as she makes her way downstairs. F-18 is also relocating to the right side of the map. Looking to see if Lore pops out again. Lore is now in her garage, checking that angle, not seeing much, now repositioning again. F-18 has made it outside of her house on the right side, but tucked in behind this wall. Now retreating backside again. She does see Lore jumping around, take some shots. Lore's not sure where they came from, I believe, as she makes her way back and forth between the middle truck. F-18 slowly creeping her way upstairs. Wait, those are some... That just looked weird, like she was doing these massive lunges. That would be considered stretching, in which case she's good on that front. Laura now in the middle on the right side, checking both of the house's sides. Now moving in. Looks as though we might see some action here. F-18, I believe, does hear her. Laura coming in the backside, though. F-18 still waiting at the staircase. She does see Laura. She crosses. F-18 does get some shots across. Not connecting any. Laura still unsure where they might have come from. Now checking upstairs, running backside again. F-18 has now made her way upstairs. And looks like she's about to do her taxes. This has been brought to you by TurboTax. I feel like that's illegal to say. I'm sponsored by a company I'm not sponsored, so that's all a joke. I'll say it here, I'll say it now. It means you can't sue me, TurboTax. F-18 still dead set on those taxes. I mean, it is becoming tax season. Laura BR moving into the house that we believe F-18 is in. She's right around the corner. Laura doesn't know it. Checking. Oh, some shots go off, and F-18 getting the kill as Laura moves in. Score is now 14-12. Laura BR. This looks like it's going to be another close one, guys. Another nail biter for us today. We are definitely getting treated with nail biters all day long. Laura back up in her window. F-18 going upstairs on her side. Wait to see. Now retreating back outside around the back right of the house. Laura still in that window. She did see F-18, but F-18 saw her as well, putting some shots down there. Again, I see blood, but no health is lost. It always confuses me. Laura now moving upstairs in her window. The two, name tag has been seen, but doesn't mean that she's seen her body. Both shots going off. Laura taking about half of her health down right there. F-18 doing that. Firing some more shots. Laura in cover, wanting to get that health back up before making another peek. F-18 back down, resupplying her ammo, and putting those knees through hell. I mean, this is a lot of walking with a lot of knee work. We're still in that window, putting some shots down range. F-18 taking within an inch of her life right there. Laura is now saying, I'm going to push this before she even gets back up to half health. She's pushing in that way. F-18 still in kitchen. I believe she does hear the footsteps coming. Laura BR is not continuing pushing the way we thought. She's now wrapped around that side. She might see her right here. Oh, they two did see each other. F-18 repositioning because she knows her cover's been blown. Shots going off and a trade right there. Do apologize for missing a little bit of that action, but we did get the trade. Laura BR making her way in the backside of the house, moving up to the stairwell, or to the window, through the stairwell. F-18's now at this house. She's caught in a bad position. Laura punishing her for it. Laura BR grabbing some ammo downstairs before heading back out to the front. F-18 is taking that power position upstairs in the window, which is right where she will be seeing her if the two engage each other. Doesn't seem as though F-18 is going to peek that window. Checking back in with her. She has moved her way to the staircase, watching the front door as Laura BR continues to patrol that middle truck. I believe F-18 still in the staircase, watching that front door as Laura pushes to the left side of the map. F-18 slowly making her way down to grab her Amazon delivery. She got the notification it's been delivered, saw the picture, but in the picture that Amazon sent of the package at the front door, she saw Laura, so she is very cautious about grabbing that package. She knows Laura is out there waiting. Laura's in the same spot, still checking those angles. It's a great spot though, using that car to head glitch. And F-18 is behind the couch. Now slowly checking angles on the outside of the front door. Laura is now positioning herself on that right fence side. Pace of the game has been reduced very heavily, but that is because this is the third and final round, the tiebreaker between the two ladies. Both very solid, awesome players. It's hard to say which way this will go. Laura's taking a knee, T-bowing over there as she waits for F-18 to make a mistake. F-18 still peeking that window back and forth, now deciding to retreat. Looks to be to the staircase. Laura's waiting outside still patiently. F-18 making her way down the staircase. Do know Laura is right out here. Will F-18 make that peek? Checking the windows. Yeah, that's a window. Checking the door. But just once, it was enough for her. F-18 now making her way towards the garage. We do see the continued creeping happening here. Knees going through hell. Laura BR, I believe, might have heard something. She is now becoming a little bit more aggressive as she moves around the backside. F-18, oh, we do see F-18 right here around the corner. She's got her gun up, waiting to blast her. Laura moves around, goes upstairs. F-18, I believe, did hear that. She does hear the wood. F-18 is now going to relocate. Looks like waiting to see where Laura goes next. The staircase looks like it might be right here. Nope, Laura decides to go back out to the upper window as F-18 is left alone with no friends to shoot. Tapping the light, making sure the light she bought at Home Depot is in fact gonna stay up there. She said that she forgot one of the screws and just hopes it doesn't come crashing down on her son's head on his bunk bed. F-18 still in the same location, hearing the footsteps, not sure where she's coming from. Laura does move outside, now back around. F-18 making the peek. Laura right there. They two do see each other, and Laura gets the kill. Score is now 17-13, Laura BR. Laura is now regenerating her health as she moves around the backside of the house. F-18 making her way on the right side, pushing up to the bus as Laura takes position upstairs in that window. She's definitely got a better position on her right here. What a trade, man. That was a great trade from both of those players. Beautiful headshot and beautiful peek just in time to get that final shot she needed. Score is 18-14, Laura BR. Laura's going back upstairs to that window. F-18 is now in the middle. She does see her, and a beautiful headshot from F-18 right there. All headshots are beautiful. I have no other word to describe them. They're just beautiful. You love to see them. You love to hear them. You hear that nice little squishy sound. Laura BR is now on the left side of the map, peeking those angles, trying to see what she can see over that pillar. F-18 is waiting. Don't do it, F-18. Just don't do it. The gun's too long. You need a pistol to do it effectively, but you don't have to kill yourself. F-18 now in a position that I'm not sure will pay off. It's quite in the open. A lot of angles to worry about there. My camera's sideways. Laura back upstairs in her window. I'm not sure that she'd be able to see Laura or F-18 from there. She wouldn't. So now Laura retreats back downstairs. Looks to be, nope, going back out to the upstairs patio. F-18 still waiting in that position, seeing if anything will pop out for her to shoot at. Laura making her way towards the right side of the map. She will see F-18 here if she continues to push it. Still dancing around that fence. F-18 not moving a single muscle, just like a trained killer would do, patiently waiting without even a blink. She's probably fallen asleep with her eyes open, as every trained killer has trained themselves to do. I believe she's going to go upstairs to that window. Again, won't be able to see F-18 here. F-18 now waking back up from her trained killer sleep, but not confident in moving out of that position yet. We're still upstairs, checking the right side of the trailer, expecting F-18 to push. F-18, I believe, is expecting the same thing from Laura. Now moving upstairs of her window, or upstairs of her house. She's going to go ahead and peek that window. The two do see each other. Some shots are going off. F-18 pre-firing, not making any connections. And a beautiful headshot from F-18 as Laura peeked that. surviving with 3/4 of her health left. Score is now 18-16. Lore BR. F-18 grabbing some ammo. Lore taking that window position once again. F-18 looks to be going the same way. Some shots going off. F-18 still in that window, waiting for it to peek it. Some shots go. Oh, and then Lore gets a wonderful, beautiful, fantastic, phenomenal headshot right there. Scores now 19-16. Lore BR needs 1 kill to win this match. She is doing some kind of the robot. I want to say Mr. Roboto. Not sure what was going on there, but we do know it's been working for her. F-18 still in her spawn area. Now behind this right shed. Lore BR back in the window position, checking the right side. It looks that F-18 is not going to make this easy for her and is going to make her come to it. Lore BR still in the window, not wanting to make it easy on F-18 either. They are making it very hard on their batteries, I would say. Lore BR waiting, listening for footsteps, doing an SLLS stop, look, listen, smell. Not smelling, hearing, seeing. Where's, nope, yep, none of that. Lore BR checking her gun, making sure it is indeed the one she was issued. Lore BR now decides to reposition. F-18 still posted up in her position as well. Lore BR checking the left side through the bus. She can't see her, trying to make the same peek. Peeking over the pillar, seeing if she can't get any surprise shots on anybody who might be there. I ran out of words a long time ago, okay? My vocabulary is very limited. I only know the word beautiful. Lore BR on the left side of her house. Checking to see what she sees, checking her backside as well. Not a lot of action as she has already ascertained. F-18 has now made her way into the house, is upstairs, is now moving towards the stairwell. Lore BR still in the same position as well. Maybe trying to bait a shot from an angle that she's not aware of yet. Slowly peeking out, jumping up, trying to get eyes on that window. That F-18 has now moved downstairs, trying to get some different angles as well. Lore BR moving back along the backside of her house. Barry needs to poop. No, dude, I'm like Kim Jong-un, I don't poop. Alright, F-18 now moving outside of the garage. Lore BR is taking that position at the window. This could be some action right here, ladies and gentlemen. The two might cross paths. F-18 has now tucked herself away into that corner. Lore being very cautious about that window, as she should. F-18 due to the name tag. And she is going to continue to move up. This is going to get risky if Lore peeks out and sees her. This has not been a good position for BO, and Lore does get the game-winning kill right there. Lore BR taking the win of this 1v1 in a very intense, long battle between the two. Great work to both of the ladies. Y'all were awesome, man. Look at that love right there. We do love to see it, man. We do love to see it. Again, I do know some American Sign Language, so I will interpret. She says, that was a beautiful sunset. I don't know if you saw it. I was up on the pillar, and that's what I was looking at it from. I tried to take a picture, but F-18 says no, she didn't want a picture. She's seen a bunch of sunsets, so she, again, thanks for the sunset picture, but I'm good. Oh, look at the hug, man. Look at the hug. Man. Great community here, guys. Great battle, great action, all that good stuff, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope I did a good job depicting all the action between these two beasts of players, guys. Thank y'all. You guys have a good one. Barry McCockiner out. I'm gonna go poop. Just kidding. All right, y'all. stuff, good stuff. I believe that will do it for us, guys. VR took the first round, F-18 taking the second round. Paul doesn't have any scores. Takes two. Thank you guys, thank you. Appreciate it, appreciate the love and all that good stuff. Hope to see you guys on the battlefield. Later, everybody.